Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. Come on, and this is another Chelsea transfer daily video for you guys, where I've got three main stories to talk about. Kante to Inter Milan and what the Daily Mail Online Sport has been reporting. Speak about Tagliafico and Chilwell and potentially Chelsea moving on to their alternative target. Tagliafico and now pursuing him and closing in on him, with Chilwell not being for sale. And also we speak about Rudiger and Christensen, and reported by Nizar Kinsella via goal.com, obviously Chelsea journalists connected to the club, reporting that Lampard and the Chelsea hierarchy may be looking to sell one of them to essentially bring in a new centre-back, as we have four centre-backs on the cards on our books, and we would like to move on one of them. Now, before I do get into it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, starting off with the first story, I want to speak about Kante. Now, it was broken this morning by the Mail Online Sports, obviously regarding these publication reports. Some of them it's reliable and it really depends on the journalist, but essentially what the report was saying was that Kante is wanted by Inter Milan, but Antonio Conte must convince the board to meet the £150,000 a week wage demands. Now, Kante is on astronomical wage at Chelsea. As we know, last season he signed a brand new 5-year contract of around £250,000 a week. Obviously there's a lot of confusion on his wages, but he is on very, very high wages, and since then he has been injury prone. He's picked up hamstring injuries, knee injuries, and obviously he had a nice run of games on the Lampard in that sixth position, a DM position, lone DM position. Had a nice run of games, 3-4 games, and then he has been injured and he is not available for today's game against Manchester United in the FA Cup semi-final, and he is a doubt for Liverpool in the coming days. So he's picking up these regular injuries, and it goes back to the point that Makelele made back in 2017. And Claude Makelele was saying he admires Kante's playing style, that he's a top player, he's quick, he's agile, he's a fantastic box-to-box midfielder, but the issue was his play style. He relies so heavily on his athleticism, credit to him, but as you age you become more injury prone because you're relying so much on your muscles, your energy, and that's going to wear out as age goes on. That's why Makelele is making this point that he has to change his playing style, run a lot less and run more intelligently, win the ball out more intelligently, not move around as much, because of course you're putting more strain on your muscles, more strain on your athleticism, and it's going to result in more injuries in the future. And unfortunately Kante is still persisting with a similar playing style, and now as a result he's picking up more injuries. He's become injury prone. He's picking up regular hamstring injuries, muscle injuries, and he's now out for 2 crucial games against not only Manchester United but also Liverpool, especially in our top 4 hunt, and it's putting the team in jeopardy. And of course he's still a top player. He had his best spell on Antonio Conte, and it's no surprise why Conte would like Kante at Inter Milan. Now, there's 2 problems with this. Number one, can Inter Milan afford not only his wages but also the price tag? Kante is 29, nearing the age of 30. So he is slowly on the steady decline, and also Chelsea will command a lot for him. We're talking about 80 to 90 million pounds, which is a lot of money for Inter Milan, especially in the midst of a global pandemic. And secondly, would Lampard want to sell him? Lampard has big admiration for him, but if Kante keeps persisting with these injuries, then could Chelsea look to sell this summer? It really depends. I personally see this as unrealistic. I don't think that Inter Milan would sign him. I think there's many reasons for this. Like I said, financially it's going to be quite expensive. I don't think it's financially suitable. And secondly, I think Chelsea would like to keep Lampard has Kante in his plans. He wants to persist with these 2 attacking eights with a lone DM position. You need someone there who's athletic, who's good at winning the ball back, and Kante is perfect for that position. He just needs to work on his ball progression, which is not as good as like a Kova, a Jorginho or a Gilmore. But like I said, I don't think this is a realistic signing. Honestly, he had his best spell on Antonio Conte, so it makes sense as to why Conte would like him. But the financial aspects, and especially in this current climate of football, I don't see how this deal materialises, but we'll have to wait on seeing that one. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. But the next story I would like to talk about is the left back update, the left back situation. Now, there's major updates with the situation. Now, it was confirmed yesterday by Brendan Rodgers. Now, Brendan Rodgers held a press conference. Of course, Leicester have got 2 final fixtures remaining, big games coming up, and basically he was asked about Ben Chilwell, who's obviously been heavily into Chelsea. We know Ben Chilwell is Frank Lampard's and Chelsea's first choice left back to sign. It's one key area that Lampard would like to upgrade this summer, and he was asked about Ben Chilwell and his current future at Leicester City. Now, essentially what Brendan Rodgers said was that Ben Chilwell is not for sale whatsoever. He was saying that, Ben Chilwell is in his plans, he's in Leicester's plans, and they will demand a very, very high fee for him, and that he is not for sale whatsoever. Now, for me, this is good news. I don't think Ben Chilwell is the player we should be going for. I think that yes, he's a good player, but there's other alternative options which I'll get into in a minute that are cheaper, much better, with more experience, and would suit our system a lot better. But Frank Lampard is adamant he would like Ben Chilwell. But let's not, get too excited regarding him saying he's not for sale. It is a negotiation tactic. He's not going to come out in press conference and say, yes, Ben Chilwell is a player we're looking to sell, because immediately that's going to drive his price down. They did exactly the same with Harry Maguire when they sold him to Manchester United. A week before they said he is not for sale, and then a week later Man United give an £85 million off, an astronomical offer. Now the good news is Leicester like to hold out quite a bit. He's not going to be cheap. They're looking around 60 to 70 million pounds. Chelsea don't want to pay anywhere near that, and justifiably so. We're looking at more 45 to 50 million pounds max. I don't think how this deal will materialise because of the gap in valuation of two different prices. They put a price tag of 60 million pounds minimum, and we put a price tag of maximum 45 million pounds. So there's still a big gap in negotiation. Of course, we have a lot of other fallback options like Tagliafico. In my opinion, I think he's even better than Ben Chilwell, and I think that we're not going to be like a Manchester United where we're going to be held to ransom for a specific player. So good news in a sense if you didn't want Chilwell, because Brendan Rodgers has confirmed that Ben Chilwell is not for sale this current window, this summer. Now, moving on to the fullback option, which is of course Nicolas Tagliafico, who is our backup option to Ben Chilwell on our shortlist, and it was reported by Goal.com, written by Nizar Kinsella, and he was saying that Chelsea are still interested in signing Nicolas Tagliafico from Ajax. Chilwell, of course, being priced out of the move as it stands. And the key word here is as it stands. Football changes, negotiation changes, things can change in the coming weeks. However, Chelsea, like I said, like I keep stressing, are still interested in signing Nicolas Tagliafico. When we acquired for his availability, written by Matt Law for The Telegraph a couple of months ago, Ajax quoted back with a figure of £22.4 million, which is a very affordable price. 27 years of age, Champions League experience at the highest level, one of the best converted left backs in Europe right now. Well-rounded fullback, defensively solid, great attacking as well. We saw him in the Champions League group stages when we played him, and I think he's the perfect left back that suits Lampard's system and is an immediate upgrade to the likes of an Emerson and of course a Marcus Alonso, and would definitely help our defensive woes in defence. Now, of course, like I said, £22.4 million is a perfect price. Now, we do face interest from Atletico Madrid, so I think if we do want to sign Nicolas Tagliafico, we may have to act fast, but that link up with Hakim Ziyech could become vital and crucial in our signing of him. And I would love Nicolas Tagliafico at Chelsea, but what do you guys think? Would you take Tagliafico at Chelsea, or would you prefer a different type of left back? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But the final story I want to talk about is the current centre back situation. Again, written by Nizar Kinsella, a Chelsea journalist connected to the club, again writing for Goal.com, and he was saying that Chelsea are stalling on new contract offers for both Andreas Christensen and Antonio Rudiger as they consider a move for a new centre back. Now, of course, our first centre back choice target for Lampard is Declan Rice. He's been terrific. He's been in great form for West Ham with current late. And Chelsea, like I said, we have 4 centre backs on the cards, and none of them are consistent enough at the highest level. I believe Christensen is our best centre back. He's technically very gifted. He's got good ball playing abilities. We've got Rudiger, who's been on really poor form recently. Zuma in and out of the team. Some good performance, some others. And the problem with our centre backs is, they're not playing at a consistent level. They'll perform well in one game, and then the next game they'll fold apart. You've got likes of Tomori as well, who hasn't had a look in, and he's looking like he may be going out on loan. And of course, I believe that Christensen is our best centre back, and Lampard does rate Christensen. And I think Rudiger is the one that we should sell. I reported this a couple of days ago regarding a video that Chelsea have not had an offer on the table for Antonio Rudiger to sign, so it could indicate that Rudiger may be on his way out. And of course, if you are going to sign Declan Rice, then one of the centre-backs would have to make way for that deal to materialise in a sense. So that could be any of, Rudiger, Zuma, Tomori on a loan season, and of course Christensen as well. But let's see what happens. Let's see how the story picks up. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. But I will be wrapping up the Chelsea transfer video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I will see you guys for my next video. Peace.